What's up everyone, it's Rebound Rewind here, and today we're going to be ranking the best NBA player at every height, all the way from 5'3" to 7'7". So without further ado, let's get into this ranking. The best 5'3" player to ever play in the NBA is Muggsy Bogues. Why? Well, he's the only 5'3" player to ever play the game at the NBA level. The best 5'5" player to ever play in the NBA is Earl Boykins. Why? Well, he's the only 5'5" player to ever play in the NBA. The best 5'6" player to ever play in the NBA is Mel Hirsch. Mel played for the Boston Celtics and was the only 5'6" player to ever play in the NBA. The best 5'7" player to ever play in the NBA is Spud Webb. Spud won the NBA Slam Dunk Contest in 1986, being the shortest player to ever participate and win in the Slam Dunk Contest. The best 5'8" player to ever play in the NBA is Charlie Chris. The only other 5'8" player is Dino Martin, and while Dino averaged one more point than Charlie, Dino was averaging 9 points in the 40s, while Charlie averaged 8 points in the 80s, a much tougher era. The best 5'9" player to ever play in the NBA is Isaiah Thomas. Calvin Murphy makes a close second as a one-time All-Star, but Isaiah averaged a few more points, been in twice as many All-Star games, and was an All-NBA player. The best 5'10" player to ever play in the NBA was Damon Stoudemire. He averaged over 20 points in his best season and 13.4 points throughout his career. The best 5'11" player to ever play in the NBA is Mark Price. Some references say that Price is actually 6 feet tall, but in a recent interview with Caroline Price, Mark's daughter, she stated that he is 5'11". Mark Price is a 4-time All-Star, made 4 All-NBA teams, and is a 2-time three-point champ. The best 6-foot player to ever play in the NBA is Allen Iverson. Chris Paul makes a close second, but Allen Iverson is an MVP, has played in the finals, and has done more with less talent by his side. The best 6'1" player to ever play in the NBA is Isaiah Thomas. John Stockton makes a close second, but Isaiah Thomas is a 2-time champ and finals MVP. The best 6'2" player to ever play in the NBA is Tony Parker. Tony is a 4-time champ, a finals MVP, and 6-time All-Star. The best 6'3" player to ever play in the NBA is Steph Curry. Steve Nash is a close runner-up. They are both 2-time MVPs, but Steph is a unanimous MVP and 3-time champ. The best 6'4" player to ever play in the NBA is Dwayne Wade. Wade is a 3-time champ, a finals MVP, and a guy who taught LeBron how to be a champ. The best 6'5" player to ever play in the NBA is Big O Oscar Robertson. James Harden is a close second. They are both MVPs, All-Stars, and put up great scoring numbers, but the Big O is an NBA champ. James Harden, as of this upload, is not yet one. The best 6'6" player to ever play in the NBA is Alonzo G. Just kidding, of course it's Michael Jordan. Kobe Bryant makes a close second, but MJ is the GOAT, no questions asked. The best 6'7" player to ever play in the NBA is Scottie Pippen. Scottie is one of the best NBA defenders to ever play the game of basketball. While Jordan gets most of the praise, and deservingly so, there is no Bulls dynasty without Scottie Pippen. The best 6'8" player to ever play in the NBA is LeBron James. LeBron James is a 3-time champ, 3-time finals MVP, and the only finals MVP to come back from a 3-1 deficit against the most winningest team in NBA history. The best 6'9" player to ever play in the NBA is Brian Scalabrine, but since he's so good, let's talk about the second best 6'9" guy, and this is a close call between Magic or Bird. The Magic versus Bird debate in of itself is its own can of worms, but I'll give the slight edge to Magic, and I'll save my reasons for another video. Stay tuned for that, since this debate is just too large for a smaller video like this. The best 6'10" player to ever play in the NBA is Moses Malone. Shawn Kemp makes a close second, but Moses is a 3-time MVP, an NBA champion, and a finals MVP. The best 6'11" player to ever play in the NBA was Tim Duncan. Kevin Garnett is a close runner-up, but Tim is a 5-time champ, 2-time MVP, and 3-time finals MVP. The best 7-footer to ever play in the NBA was Hakeem Olajuwon. Hakeem Olajuwon is a 2-time champ, 2-time finals MVP, regular season MVP, and 12-time All-Star. The best 7'1" player to ever play in the NBA is Shaquille O'Neal. Shaq is argued as one of the most dominant big men to ever play the game of basketball. He is a 4-time champ, 3-time Finals MVP, 15-time All-Star, and a regular season MVP. The best 7'2" player to ever play in the game is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Kareem is a 6-time NBA champ, 6-time regular season MVP, 2-time Finals MVP, and currently holds the title as the most total points scored in NBA history at 38,387 total points. The best 7'3" player to ever play in the NBA is Zydrunas Ilgauskas. Big Z is a 2-time All-Star, made the NBA All-Rookie team, and has his jersey number retired. The best 7'4" player to ever play in the NBA is the dunking Dutchman Rick Smits. Rick is a 1-time All-Star and averaged 14.8 points per game throughout his career. The best 7'5" player to ever play in the NBA is Chuck Nevitt. There are 2 other 7'5" NBA players, being Pavel and Slavko, but Chuck has had the longest career out of the 3 and is the tallest player in NBA history to be a part of a championship team, as he played alongside the 1985 Lakers. The best 7'6" player to ever play in the NBA is Yao Ming. Yao is an 8-time All-Star, has made the All-NBA second team twice, and the All-NBA third team 3 times. The best 7'7" player to ever play in the NBA are both Manute Bol and George Mirasan. I'm putting both on this list since they were both on the same team and were referenced as the Twin Towers. And while if I had to admit, George was ever so slightly taller and arguably the better between the two, which makes him the tallest best player to ever play in the NBA. So there you have it. Here are the best NBA players at every height. Let me know what you think of this list. If there's something you disagree with, I know the Magic versus Bird debate one is really close, and there are a lot of close calls here, so let me know what you don't agree with in the comments below. Feel free to even comment down your own ranking. Also, let me know what type of basketball animated analyses you would like to see in the future on my channel. I have a lot planned in store, so make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell, especially since this channel uploads once in a while, as it is an animation channel. Thanks for watching. I'm Rebound Rewind, and I'll fast forward to you later.